Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Anna Maria and this is the 17th episode in a series I'm doing about the witch trials. And in this episode I will talk about the Pappenheimer family. If you want an overview over other trials in Germany, I have done an episode on that as well, and I will link that and the others down below. I'm going to remind everyone that the witch trials were brutal. And some of the themes I will take up can be distressing, especially when it comes to the punishments of the accused. So a warning for the episode. Sorry for pronunciations through the episode, I will try my best. This trial is about the Pappenheimer family and it took place in Bavaria in Germany. The family's real name was Pendle, but they were known as Pappenheimer in history. It was the parents Anna and Paulus and the three sons Mikkel, Gamprecht and Hansel. They were from a lower standing in society, so they had to take whatever job was available. And one of the jobs was digging graves. It didn't pay that much, but it was something. The Pappenheimer family was traveling around a lot to get new jobs in different places. And around this time, people started to be against drifters. It was even a campaign from the government against this behavior. So a lot of wanderers and drifters were now accused of crimes because they became an easy target. Two of the sons, Mikkel and Gamprecht, was accused of killing pregnant women, and that led to that the whole family was pointed out as well. Witchcraft during this time included a lot of other crimes as well, and it was used in court to charge someone more easily, especially in show trials. A show trial is when the court has already decided the fate of the accused before the trial even starts. And this is what happened to the Pappenheimer family. They were arrested in 1600, all except the youngest one who was only 10 years old at the time. They were tortured to confess several crimes and that they had used witchcraft. They were all imprisoned in Munich. The government had at this point decided to make an example out of them. And this is when it gets really bad for this family. They were all tortured, including the youngest, Hansel, were tortured as well. And it was so severe that they confessed to every single crime that had happened for the last 10 years. They also confessed to be intimate with the devil and having a pact with him. And they gave out names of others. They gave out 400 names. Some of them didn't exist though. I just want to say that this part is going to be quite hard. There's quite horrible descriptions of what happened to this family, so if you don't want to hear that, I will put a time here for when you can come back. Everyone except Hansel were executed, but Hansel had to see his family die though this was his punishment. Anna, the mother, had some of her body parts cut off, and they all had hot tongues taken to them. When they came to the execution place, the men had their arms broken, and the father, Paulus, was impaled. They were all burned. At this time it was common that they were killed first and burned after, but since they wanted to make an example out of this family, they were burning them alive. Hansel got baptized again and was given a new name. But it didn't end there. Some of the people that the Pappenheimer family had accused was tortured and burned as well. And in the end of the year, the authorities changed their mind when it came to Hansel. They didn't like how he had reacted to the executions of his family. And although he was only 10 years old, they decided to sentence him to death. The reason this family and other people mentioned got punished so hard was because they wanted to make an example out of them and show others what would happen if they used witchcraft. After this, the Duke's counselor wanted to find every single person that was mentioned in the Pappenheimer family's confessions. But lawyers and other higher-up people in Bavaria started to feel that legally this was not right, and that torture was not the way to go. The Duke decided that the witch hunt should stop here. There was some more witch trials in Bavaria after this, but they became quite uncommon. The Pappenheimer family was mentioned in most of Europe during this time, and was discussed in several trials in other countries. Their case was a huge thing happening, because they became scapegoats for so many crimes. And these cases was never solved, because all of it was blamed on them. And that was all for this episode about the Pappenheimer family witch trials. In the next episode I will talk about the witch trials in Orkney. If you like this episode, please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget the notifications, and I will see you in the next one.